Hey guys, welcome back. So in the previous video we mated our opponent who was more than 400 points above us in the rating in this position. Quite a magnificent look in itself, a nice view, but it wasn't all perfect. We have a small remark, especially in the opening. So e4 is possibly not the most objective way to fight for an edge here, because in this position he had rook takes e4, in which I have to play knight takes g7, and then there are some immense complications which might end in an ending that favors white, but probably not enough for a win. So I would advocate guys who follow my ideas and or my videos and want to adopt this line as one of their weapons, to try to play rook a1 first if you ever reach this type of position, and then after h4 retreat the knight to h1 and slowly prepare e4 later. Sometimes it's very important to be able to learn something and criticize yourself even after you win a game. Even if you win a very glorious way, it's very important and humbling to learn from your mistakes under any condition possible. And I believe in Kasparov's book he said once something like, I'll keep talking while I pair for the next game. So Kasparov said something like, some quote, that the greatest enemy of future wins are the wins of the present. I'm not sure if it was word by word, but the meaning remains more or less the same. That if you play well on one game and lose, you might be able to learn. But if you play badly and you win, you might repeat the same mistake due to the illusion that you think that everything is under control. So keep that in mind next time you win beautiful games and play maybe beneath perfect level. So we are waiting for the next game. 3-minute pool on ICC. I'm feeling quite motivated to keep playing after beating Stop Try Harding, anonymous player. Even in his country is anonymous, so I'm not sure what he would like to reveal except his openings. So let's see. I'm probably going to play black.
Game started.
So if my opponent will play e4, yeah, I was hoping for the French maybe, but c4. I'd like to play some symmetrical English. Let's see what he will do. Knight c3. I can go knight c6. I can go g6 immediately. Yeah, this is a bit more flexible probably. Now knight c6. As you can see, the position is quite symmetrical, but white has a lot of tricks nevertheless because of his extra tempo, so it's very important to be careful. I like this system when I play d6 and bishop f5 first, keeping an eye with the bishop on the d4 square, and now that he played d3, I can first prepare a bishop h3 to exchange his strong bishop, and only then to develop my knight. Yeah, bishop d2 is one of the main ideas, trying to force my queen back and go bishop c3. I think the position should be quite equal after knight f6, at least according to my computer. And now knight takes f6, I think I should take with the bishop, and after we exchange he should play d4, and a critical move, if I'm not wrong, would be rook to d8, because if I castle, d takes c5 will pin the d pawn and I will lose material. So after rook d8, if I remember correctly, computer gave this position equality, although for my human eyes I would say that white might have some slight pull if I don't find the precise way. So even if it's objectively equal, it's not equal because black is the one who has to be precise. Okay, now after taking, if he exchanges, it's going to be easier to avoid blunders. It's very important to notice that having to play accurately might mean in a way that you're slightly worse. Okay, let's castle. I'd like to finish my development. Thank you. And now rook d1, queen should go to an active square, e6 comes to mind. Attacking this pawn on e2, maybe winking at the c4 pawn in case his queen is moving. Seems like black has gotten a decent position out of the opening, and I also have a small time advantage. I'm playing against CharmCityChess. I have to admit, guys on ICC are very creative with their nicknames. Okay, so now some interesting idea comes to my mind. I'm thinking about queen e4 with some exchange sacrifice later. It's too tempting, I have to go for it. Okay, he will probably go knight d2, and my idea is to sacrifice and then play knight e5, threatening knight f3 check. I don't know what the outcome will be, but it seems reasonably tricky for white to handle, and I don't see a way for him to avoid the complications without giving back material under some good circumstances for black. Because after knight f3 check, king f1 he should probably go. I might even have knight takes h2 check. I don't have to grab the material back right away. Okay, I think he gives me the material in a creative way. He plays rook to d7. If I take, he takes with the queen. Possibly his position will be fine. So I'm considering a bit more creative measures. Not sure what to do now. Seems like I might not have much more than a draw. I'd really like to punish him for his play, but I don't know how. Okay, I'll give a check. I don't want to grab the material. That's not what I signed up for. Making draws after taking the material back. Okay, let's see if he's accepting the silent draw offer. No, he gives me a full rook. I think he missed the idea that h1 and grab on a1. So let's grab the material. Queen f1 is a threat, which he calmly ignores.
Check.
Yes, knight f3 seems like it should be close to winning. Let's give it another check. See where it takes us. I'm a piece up. I have an attack going on. Queen e1 looks reasonably good. I probably should calculate more precisely. Queen c1 is also okay. If he tries to exchange, no, he doesn't want to exchange queens. Okay, knight d2 check. Yes, he has to go to a3, and I think I can mate into knight d1 and queen d1 mate. Yes, seems like a good game. He resigned. If I were white, I would probably show some more sportsmanship and allow my opponent to give the mate. Let me illustrate. If he goes king b3, my idea was to go queen d1 mate, whereas king cannot go to c3 or a3 because of the knight, and the b4 square is taken by the pawn. So overall it was probably a good game. I think in the opening my opponent made a small mistake after rook d8. Taking wasn't the most challenging. Let's have a look. The computer probably will suggest a better move. Yeah, it's not a very natural position, so it's going to demand some artificial solutions. Yeah, one idea that comes to the computer suggestions is a3. Probably rook e1 is also decent. Almost every waiting move. I'll end the video here, and thank you very much for watching. So I'll see you in the next videos. Thanks.